Hey y'all, Lost Sandman R35 coming at you from Two Guys Reviews, and I am back! I am back! Yes. Sorry for not posting a vid in a while, guys, but I actually wound up getting sick. I had a cold, and also my mother came down with kind of a serious heart condition, which is no longer serious. Everything worked out fine, so I did not post a video in about a week, and it is good to be back. And today we are doing a review on Aliens, Colonial Marines, and this one's a bit of a mixed bag, I must tell you. I am a huge fan of the original Alien and Aliens, directed by, Aliens was directed by James Cameron, Alien was directed by Ridley Scott. And both of them I thought were fantastic. I thought Alien 3 was okay, and then it just kind of fell off from there. But they went ahead and decided to make a game that was purely based on Aliens, the second movie made by James Cameron. And I'll start with the good points of this game, and the good points are that they brought in two of the actors from the original Aliens. One is Lance, I can't remember his name, but that's Bishop right there. His name, what is it? I can't remember. And the second guy is Hicks. And both of them are the actual actors that were in there. Is it Lance Hendrickson? And Michael Biehn. That's the other guy. Michael Biehn is the guy who plays Hicks. Lance Hendrickson and Michael Biehn. So, and the acting for the most part is really good, with a couple of flaws in there. None of the actors, of course, from Aliens, Michael Biehn or Lance, did any bad acting in this, I think, at all. But some of the other actors are a little off sometimes, and again, I'll get to that in just a second. Right now, what you're doing is watching the intro right now, and you find out that you're on a ship called the Sephora, and you're going to be boarding the Sulaco, which is the ship that was from Aliens. Now, there are a couple of plot holes here, and this is one of them, but they do address this particular one later. Where you'll hear the lieutenant in the background say, you know, hey, why's the Sulaco here? Last time it was seen was over Fury, whatever the hell it was, which is where Alien 3 took place. And, of course, the guy in charge is like, I don't have the damnedest idea of why it's here. But they do explain that later in the story. The biggest plot hole out of all of them that they never explained is why Hicks is here. His dead body was literally found in Alien 3 as he crash landed to the planet, but all of a sudden he's in here, and when they ask him, you know, hey, whose body was that? He's like, well, that's just a bigger story, and that's all they say about it. And that's kind of probably the biggest plot hole in all of this. The graphics are okay. I'm not sure why they went with Unreal Engine on this one. And sometimes the graphics look nice and sharp, and sometimes they're out of focus, particularly like computer screens where they'll have like stuff scrolling on them. But the attention to detail is probably this game's biggest strong suit. The exact same weapons, with the exact same sound effects, with the exact same soundtrack, with, you know... And there's a lot of nods to the original Aliens. They paid a lot of attention to detail. Door noises. Even the heads-up display is from whenever you were looking at the video feed from the original Aliens, whenever the Marines went in and did their thing. But the graphics, see, like even there, I even saw it on the little screen that I'm watching now as I'm giving this commentary. There's like listing problems where you'll see like little lines appear like in the middle of the screen as you're turning and looking at stuff. And getting to the sound effects too, the sound effects range from very good to almost muffled. Like the gunfire sound. The gunfire sound is authentic. They lifted that directly from the movie. but it sounds like they lifted it off the VHS version or the Betamax version of the video instead of, you know, a remastered version. It just sounds all muffled out and a little bit ridiculous. The lighting is okay. They could have done a much better job with that. Again, this goes back to me trying to figure out why they decided to use Unreal Engine for this, when there are a couple of engines out there that could have done this a lot clearer. For instance, id's whatever id engine is out there right now, which is you'll know from Doom 3. The modern version of the id engine is, I think, a lot better than Unreal. Unreal is getting a little dated. They could have done a lot more with lighting effects and other effects as well. But see here, like you see me pulling up the motion tracker, and you can hear the click that as it's looking, and then the where is it? There we go. Like directly lifted from the movie. Everything is pretty much authentic. You'll see later on in this video too. There is like a cutting torch. You do take control a couple of times of one of those cargo lifters that was so popular in the movie. But here, as you'll see, we're opening the hangar bay for the Sulaco, and you see, you know, the ship there, and there's like a big blood stain on the ground from where what's his name got off. And remember what I said about heroics, kid. Actual out. Like pretty much the attention to detail, like recreating all of this, and it goes through the entire game too. You'll see a lot of familiar things. There's the original Bishop's, you know, lower half of his body that got separated at the end of the movie.
Well, he ain't saying much.
So, all in all, the good points, again, are the attention to detail and all of the authenticness that they gave to this. The downside, again, some of the graphics, particularly when you're looking at things like computer screens, or, you know, I'll be standing next to a wall that'll be, like, completely blurred out, and then all of a sudden it'll just come into focus. Not really the greatest choice. Here's the Hydrosleep chamber, and this is like the little cafeteria where, you know, you saw, you know, Bishop doing the hand trick with the knife, and then there's the ejected cryopods, and he even makes a comment to it.
It's like ejected cryo tubes. Hell of a way to wake up.
Yeah. So, yeah, he even makes a reference to that. There's not that many scares in this, particularly, like right now you could see, like, there was something definitely there. It looked like an alien of some sort. But, oh, and here's the cool cutting torch. You do use this a lot. There's a couple of situations where you have to use it to, like, seal a door before you get offed. And then, apparently, this ship has become nested.
Shit. Are you seeing this, Captain?
But, let me get to the bad... Let me focus more on the bad points of this. And the bad points are... first and foremost, the acting, and let me quickly switch over to another scene here where it's kind of apparent. Just a second. Okay, here we go. And this is after you crash land on LV-426. And just listen to the acting here.
What
the hell is going on?
When you woke with the xenomorph on your face.
I told you, it was dead. There's nothing wrong with me.
Did its exterior resemble bones, white in color, almost like a spider with a tail?
Yeah, my throat hurt a little, but I'm fine.
Bella, you're gonna die.
How do we know that?
It happened to Keys.
How long?
Hours, maybe a day.
I'm gonna throw up.
Okay, so, you know, not bad acting from Lance, the dude who plays Bishop, but I was with that scene all the way up until the very end where she was like, I'm gonna throw up. I'm like, holy unrealistic response, Jesus. But, yeah, getting back to the actual gameplay that I was at before, you know, here you've got a Marine trapped in here and you're gonna cut him out, and there was a couple of good scares in here. This is definitely one of them. Surprised he ever let the crap out of me when that happened. But back to the negative, probably the most disappointing thing I could say about this game is that the multiplayer, and I gotta go find and kill this damn thing, but the most disappointing thing I could say about this is I was so looking forward to this for one reason, and that was the 4-player co-op campaign. Now, I've completed the campaign on solo, but I have yet to actually complete the campaign on co-op, and the reason why is because for whatever reason they decided to do it like Call of Duty style, where it's like a mission. So what happens is whenever you're playing co-op, you get random missions. They're not in sequential order. Like we were getting like a mission where, you know, Hicks was found and Bella had died, and then the mission before that, Bella was still alive. Like, it made no sense. You couldn't play like in a straight line. It was just like random games. And they give you a choice, like random or pick a mission, and the only missions that we could pick were either the first mission or it would just pick a random one for us. So I was completely disappointed in that. I was looking forward to it. All in all, I'm going to give this game a tentative 7 out of 10. I actually will tell you right now, if you're an Aliens fan, you're going to love this game. Well, actually, love is too strong a word. You're going to like this game a lot. As I liked it, but was it worth $60 for me? No. The attention to detail and everything was very cool, and the sound effects and being in the Alien universe and doing, you know, the whole thing, all pretty good. They could have done a lot more with this game in particular. But you can hear me firing off the rifle, and it's that, you know, a very, very authentic sound. But, yeah, I'm going to give it a tentative 7 out of 10. If you like Aliens, you're going to like this game a lot. If you don't like Aliens, then you're not going to like this game at all. And the attention to detail was great. The 4-player co-op multiplayer was horrible. And the sound at some points was okay. Again, is it worth $60? I will say no. I'd buy it used. I'd wait a couple of days. So until next time, this is Lost Sandman R35 saying peace out.